Nana J Senior says, Papa, please, if it's convenient now, can you just give me the hierarchies from least to the highest before reaching where God sits in his throne? I mean, in order of ranks by name. Hey, there are some names that are totally prohibited. Nana Jane, there are some names that are totally prohibited. But let me give you a brief effigy of how the celestial world actually looks like and how they operate in that dimension. You see, in the intricate web of this celestial system, everything has been put in place. They are well organized. Now, we have the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, the 10th. Right? Now, when you ascend from this earthly realm to the zenith of heavens, you first meet the Shamayims. The Shamayims, where majority of these entities and beings who reside at that place, they mostly ride on horses. There is no car. If anybody tells you that there is a car in heaven, tell that person that he is or she is a blatant liar. There is no car in heaven. There is no car in heaven. There are some advanced machineries over there, but there is nothing like car. Please, you can cross-check it right from sites and sacred books. People who have had opportunity to visit heaven several times, if any of these people did mention any sort of things relating to car. So if any pastor or whoever he think he is comes out to tell you that he visited heaven and there was a car in the likeness of Range Rover, that person is a blatant liar. A car is only found under the sea. It is found in the marine kingdom. In the marine kingdom, the marine kingdoms, they have cars, not the celestial world. They uses advanced machineries in heaven, advanced, far advanced. And I'll base my argument on some of these biblical prescriptions on scriptures. So stay tuned. So Nana J, let me proceed with whatever that I'm saying. So in the first realm, now what happened is majority of them, they ride on horses. They are charged with heavy artilleries like spears, swords, and stuff like that. Okay, when you ascend beyond the first to the second realm, too, they are entities of a higher energy, much more than the one in the first heaven. Now, when you ascend beyond the second heaven to the third one, that place also, they are heavily guarded and also well charged in terms of power, authority, and dominance, more than the first and second one. Now, on the fourth dimension too, in the fourth heaven too, those entities who reside at that sphere, they are also much more powerful, more than the third, second, and first. Now, when you move to the fifth dimension, which is the fifth realm, in fifth heaven too, the angels over there, they are very dangerous. Their source of danger reside in their ability to respond to certain things. And in the fifth realm, that is where the spirit who causes earthquake, who causes thunderstorm, rainstorm, all these angels, they are kept in fifth heaven. Now, when you move to the sixth realm too, there are angels, so many of them, but the sixth realm is probably dedicated for judicial activities. This is where they judge people, they sentence people, they do a lot of dangerous stuff. So we have a lot of judges over there, and majority You see, the seas heaven, then it is left with one gate for you to enter into the seventh heaven, where the great Yahweh or God himself reside. So the seas heaven is heavily armed with heavily artilleries, machines, powerful entities. This is where the 72 boats, when we talk about the 72 boats, the 72 boats are the 72 lightnings. You know very well that the sons of God are 72, and the name of God is 72, and he has charged each of his son with his name, and the name of great Yahweh carries power. And at the entrance of the seat heaven, this is where the 72 bolts of lightning and then thunder, this is where it resides. So it is not what you think. Anytime a foul spirit tends to approach that dimension, then these guards who are stationed at this particular gate, they tend to annihilate or obliterate that said entity. And you see, the reason why I can't give you their names is because most of you people don't have covenant with them. So once I give you their names, majority of the people who are actually watching us here might be tempted to go and call them, and they are not friendly. You see, in the heavenly world, they deal with seals, and then keys. Once you, if the great Yahweh wants you to get access to certain realm, what he normally does is that he will give you a seal and at the same time a key. So anytime you are approaching a certain dimension, they will inquire of you to produce a seal which is much more higher than the realm to which you are actually approaching. The said angels or guardians of that gate, they will ask you a key and at the same time a seal. Now, once they ask you and you are not able to make provision for the seal and then the key, then they will destroy you because they see you as a threat. So you see, now when you bypass this judicial world, a celestial world dedicated for judicial activities, where we have so many judges, very powerful, who are not friendly, that is where they reside. Now, if you are very fortunate to bypass that dimension, then you enter into the seventh realm. And the seventh heaven, this is exactly where the great Yahweh or Yahuwah resides. And that is where a throne, a great throne, like in the likeness of a sapphire, this is where it is stationed. And that is the very throne that the great Yahuwah sits on every now and then. And then with that throne, before you will be able to get closer to that throne, when you leave the quarters of the sea's heaven, there is a very big river which is in the form of jacinth mixed with brimstone. It's a fire actually, but its style of fire, it is very dangerous. It is bigger than the sea. It is bigger than the sea. The fire that actually, you see, when you read the Bible, John actually said that when he had the opportunity to ascend to the zenith of heaven, he was very fortunate to have chance to witness where fire was actually coming from the throne. Yes, this particular fire, it encircles the throne, and this particular fire, it is bigger than the sea. The fire which encircles the throne of great Yahweh, it is bigger than the sea. Now, right after the sea or the fire in the form of water or river, then you meet a certain senior. There is a senior man over there, and this senior man, he has about 70,000 eyes, spiritual eyes, to navigate every corner. So nothing hides from him. You can never hide anything. But this senior man, it is not easy to approach this senior man unless you are able to produce what you call a seal or a king. There are kings and seals. Seals, seals. When you go to any competent court of law, after the judge has decreed judgment or make pronouncement of judgment, they seal that particular judgment. So in other way, the power that inhabits that particular dimension, it is very mightier and even far beyond human comprehension. So when you approach such realm, then they demands of you to produce a seal. They demands of you to produce a seal, or else you'll be characterized or categorized as a criminal who has invaded the heavenly realm, and they will never hesitate to blow you off or blow you into that sea of fire for it to quench you. Now, when you cross that senior man who is fully armed, guiding the sea, there is another senior man over there who has been charged with a lot of responsibilities. Now, when you cross that senior man, there is another senior man too, who has also been charged. A senior man, a serious senior man who has been charged. Now, when you cross that senior man, there is another senior man. They are in 72 in numbers. They also, it is their responsibility to make sure to propel the throne of God anywhere he intends to visit in any part of the cosmic world, or let's say the universe. Now, when you bypass this man, there is another senior man over there, very strong and powerful, far mightier, who is honored, and he carries a crown on his head. Now, this man, to you bypassing, then you get to another one, who are the seraphims. They are like burning coals, they are like fire, a giant one. And the reason why they place these particular seraphims over there to take charge and make sure no one trespasses, there are two principalities. Listen to me. There are two principalities who actually make sure to fax what you call charges. They press charges against Israel every morning. Once it is morning, somewhere around 11 to 12, 11 a.m. to 12 in Greenwich Meridian time. When you compare how and that within the time frame as how Satan and then that particular angel always put together, and then they fast charges or proceed charges against Israel with the intention of telling the great Yahweh to destroy Israel. Why? Because Israel has become a thorn in the flesh of Satan. So every morning it has been ordained in the capacity or jurisdiction of Satan and then another angel. I don't want to mention the name of that particular angel, or else there are some people who will go and call upon that angel. Now, once this angel, they have been permitted to fly to that dimension. So if anybody tells you that Satan does not have access to heaven, then please, the person is total liar. He goes there every day. He goes there every day to fax charges against, or press charges, or to summon people before the throne of judge. The judges over there. There are so many judges, I must tell you the truth. Now, this seraphim has been placed there to receive all the rate of sermons that is actually coming from Satan, so that that rate of sermons doesn't get to God, because when it gets to God, automatically God will destroy Israel. So this particular seraphim, who is the fiery one, the burning ones, he is stationed at this particular gate so that Lucifer will not be able to enter into another dimension. Now, when he receives the rate of sermon from Lucifer or Satan and another angel. Then he throws it off into the river of fire to burn it. They don't want it to get closer to where the great Yahweh is actually seated. So when you bypass these particular seraphims, then you will get to one giant who is very powerful, extremely powerful. And the main responsibility of this particular angel is that he composes music for God. He composes music. You see, God does not listen to the same music once again. So within the infinite wisdom and might of this particular angel, he has been charged with the responsibility to write and compose music with new words every now and then. So early in the morning, there is an angel who will fly from the east to the north and then attend to this particular angel to go and receive the music that he has actually written or composed for the throne of glory. Now, this particular angel that I'm talking about, or this entity or being, a luminous being of a higher regard and respect. Now, do you know the wonderful aspect of this angel? The wonderful aspect of this particular angel is that any music that he sings, any new words that he actually writes, the lyrics tends to create another angel. So all the lyrics that he has written, it creates angel, and another other way around, it creates human being. So let's say if he has written like, "O ye Lord Almighty, the King of glory." Now this particular word, "O ye Lord Almighty, the King of glory," when you try to sum it up, now word by word, it will create another angel. So every day, now when you read the Bible tells it about the word of God is new every morning. Do you know why? It is new every morning because this particular angel writes in a new verse that renews the strength, the glory, the power, the might of the King of glory every now and then. Now, when you bypass this particular being, who it is not easy to meet, then you meet the last senior man. And this senior man, it is not easy. It is not easy as you think. It is not easy. He is a senior man who holds the entire cosmic world. He holds the secrets and everything before he disperses out. When the King of glory, when the ancient one, the God of Israel, when he hadn't created the world, where he used to be and what sort of power did he use in creating the world, all this power, all this might has been charged in the capacity of this particular angel, and he is not an ordinary person. Now, when you bypass this senior man, then you enter into the chamber where the throne is stationed, and the throne has two names. The throne has two names. One name, when you mention it, you receive favor, grace. The higher heavens will favor you at all costs. Now, there is another name that the throne of glory that Yahweh sits on bears. And with this name, it is so powerful to an extent where when God summoned all the angels in heaven, nobody was able to carry the name on his head. So Yahweh had to sit down and create a different angel who will be highly empowered extremely powerful to be able to carry the name of the throne. So the name of the throne, one shows mercy, one shows a severe judgment. And when you mention that name, no matter what, that person will be destroyed. No matter what, your soul will be annihilated. No matter what, your spirit will be incinerated. So that is it. Now, when you enter this forecourt, there are four entities, four luminous beings who are powerful, who are guiding the throne 24/7. And as a matter of fact, God will never do anything unless he sits down with those people. And the entire celestial world, with the inclusion of God himself. Well, for God is the ultimate source, so everyone might should show reference and fear him so much. So I fear God and honor him at all angles. But God in his own might and mercy can show you mercy. But these four old men, four old men who always sit down with God. There are four old men, extremely powerful, who always sit down with God. They are difficult. I fear them. They are extremely powerful and they are difficult. Even if God proclaim a judgment, they have been wielded with power to an extent where they can turn down the judgment of God and tell God that no, that will not happen. And it is God who has given them that power. And sometimes I don't fear any celestial being. I don't fear any celestial being apart from these four old men who sit with God and talk to him every now and then. God will never take any decision unless he discusses with them. Now, when you bypass where the great Yahuwah is, this is a location where a very strange, powerful, dangerous, extremely dangerous power resides. And this power, it is the source of all creation. And it is not easy to get access to this particular diameter or dimension. So you see, this is how the realm looks like. And these senior men that I have been mentioning their name, that when you bypass this, you bypass that. You think they are normal angels, right? They are not angels. One of them, the height of one of these senior men is about sometimes 500 parasan. Some of them are 2,000, 3,000 parasan. Now, let me tell you, go on Google as you are watching me right now and check or convert 1 parasan to a mile or 1 parasan to kilometer. And then you multiply by an angel who is measured by 500 parasan and see how tall this particular angel is. And there are some of the angels who are measured in 6,000, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000 parasan. So you can imagine how tall the angel is and how powerful the angel is. That is why there is an angel who is taller than from Ghana to China. Listen to me. There is an angel in heaven who is taller than, moving from Ghana to China, moving from Ghana to India, moving from Ghana to Japan, moving from Ghana to wherever, moving from Ghana to America. There is an angel who is far powerful and mightier than that. And then who stretches longer than that distance. So get that. So if I say senior men, understand the reason why I address them as senior men. So you see, and then Jesus says something. He says, in my Father's house, there are so many mansions. Yes, there are so many mansions in heaven. So many, countless of them. Even in seas heaven, there are about over 10, 15 million mansions. And one mansion alone can house the entire population of this world. One mansion can house the entire population of the world. So imagine the other mansions. But in spite of all this, still there are entities and beings who reside in these particular mansions. Even in fourth heaven alone, not easy. Fifth, it is not easy. In sixth heaven, it is not as high you think. So please, you can as well do your checks. So it is not about these lesser gods and lesser deities where Antoine Sunyama is misbehaving, Tom Kremu, and then the Tigaris, and then the Etiaframes. They are all lesser deities and stuff like that. So when the great Yahweh told them that, fear not. You see, fear not. Now, the angel, when you read the Bible clearly, you will see that Bible actually made some assertion that God visited the Garden of Eden. And then when he visited the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve had committed a crime, he expelled them from the Eden. Please, the one who walked them from the Garden of Eden, the one who walked Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, it is not God himself. It is one of the gods. They are called God because they are highly powerful, luminous beings. They are not an ordinary angel. They are very powerful, far beyond humanity. So that is the whole issue. Okay. So, who else again? Nana James, that is the whole issue. Please. Roger Joseph said, oh, I see. It was those angels God say, let us create human in our images. No, those are not. The one that God says we should create humans in our image, they are the four beings who are always found in the secret chamber, always discussing with God. They are the one who are found in the secret chamber of great Yahweh, always discussing and deliberating on issues with God. Not the one who actually came to the Garden of Eden. The one who came and eat on the mountain where the entire Jewish people were able to see the appearance when they saw him with the white hair. This man, he is part of the inner chamber people, and he bears the name El Shaddai, or Ehiye Asra Ehiye, which means I'll be whatever that I'll be, or I am that I am, as you people claim. But the best way to define it is I'll be whatever that I'll be, not I am that I am. Now, these are the old men. They are four, extremely difficult, and it's not as how you think. So that is how it is. Okay. Now, please, if you have another question, pin it at the comment section before I move on to a different question as well. I believe most of you people don't have any questions. So let me proceed and then answer the question that I pop out at the early beginning of our live stream. Now, as I told you, there was a man who actually, I respect him so much, who actually sent me a message that I should actually elaborate on things. Now, in the realms of the spirit, in the heavenly side, listen, in the heavenly side, in the realms of the spirit, Ghana has not yet attained full independence in the hands of great Yahweh. Why? I will explain to you. The way God actually shared the world when he actually created the planet Earth was that when he had created Adam and Eve and they decided to beget a generation where they gave birth to Cain and Abel. After giving birth to Cain and Abel, and whatever that transpired, that led to the other taking the life of the other, they went ahead to give birth to another child. And by so doing, they began populating the earth. Now, one day in the Garden of Eden, God actually sent an angel to strike the ground. And when he actually struck the ground, water sprouted. And when the water that actually sprouted divided itself into four, and the water divided itself into four and stretched towards the corners of the earth. Now, the reason why God actually divided the earth into four was probably because of these four old men who are very close to the throne of glory, as I've already mentioned their name. They are four. They are four. The one is called Ehir, Asra, Ehir. I'll be whatever that I'll be. One is called Elohim. One is called the El Shaddai. The El Shaddai actually walked with Abraham during the times of Abraham. And then the one called the Yahuwah, who bears the name. And you see, don't confuse yourself. As a matter of fact, all the angels bears the name of God. All the angels bears the name of God. But these particular four entities, they are not just ordinary angels. There is none in the heavenly realm who can be compared to these four. So after God dividing the earth, he divided the earth according to these four men who are very close to him in the secret chamber. So when he struck the earth, he divided the earth into four. And after that, as time goes on, when Adam and Eve, the generations of Adam and Eve, began populating and overpopulating the earth, what happened? Now, they became outnumbered. And when they became outnumbered, God sat down and then created angels and made these angels his sons. Listen to me. He created angels and made these angels his sons. And he actually named these particular angels after himself. Why? Because the name that is preserved for the great Yahuwah, the throne of glory, the crown, the apex, the one whom no eye has ever seen. Now he has 70 names, and lately the other angel renamed him with two different names. So now the great Yahuwah or Yahweh actually has 72 names. And then when he sat down, he decided to discuss among his sons and told them that, look, I am sharing the nations according to you, the 72 people. Now, after sharing the name, what will happen is that I, the throne of glory, the great Yahweh, I have made Israel my inheritance. So anybody who comes from the womb of Israel is directly my inheritance. Now, the rest of you people, I have put you in charge. I have entrusted the other nation into your care. So go and then take care of the nations. So in the sight of God, God only sees and recognizes only 72 nations in this earth. God only sees and recognizes only 72 nations. Ghana is not part. Nigeria is not part. Togo is not part. But rather, the other countries to which, after selecting the 72, are left, they are a subset of that particular set 72 country. They are the subsets. So let's assume that, let's say if Nigeria was to be part, then God sees Ghana as a subset who actually came from the womb of Nigeria. That is how it is recognized in the heavenly realm. Now, so the angel who has been put to charge to take care of the people in Nigeria, he is also responsible to take care of the people in Ghana. That is exactly how it is. Until you attain maturity and attain independence in the sight of God, you don't have your own angel to protect you. So Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, and the other countries, they are not part of it. So this is what happened. Now let's see something. If whatever that I'm saying, it has Bible reference. Whatever that I've just said, they are all in the Bible, but it's just that some of you people, you don't read Bible. Now let's see something from the Bible in the book of Genesis. In the book of Genesis chapter 2, please, as how most of you people have been doing for me, please write the quotation at the comment section for me, so that anybody who is actually watching me can actually get to know the exact quotation that I've quoted. You are aware that most of the people who are living in the slums and ghettos, sometimes they normally do experience an unnecessary network interruptions. So to cut everything off, please write the quotation at the comment section for me. Now let's see something, if what I'm saying is a lie or is of the truth. Genesis chapter 2 verse 10. Genesis chapter 2 verse 10. Genesis chapter 2 verse 10. Please write the Bible quotation at the comment section for me. Okay, thank you very much. Genesis chapter 2 verse 10. And this is it. I am reading it out for you. You can as well cross-check it. This is it. It says, and a river went out of Eden to the water, to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads. You see, a river sprouted from the Garden of Eden to water the garden, and it divided itself into 4. And when it divided itself into 4, what exactly did it do? Let's proceed and then read. Now this is verse 11. The name of the first is Pison. The first water that divided itself is called Pison. That is which compassed the whole land of Havilah, where there is good. Now, so where the Pison is, Somalia, southwest of Arabian Peninsula, they are all part of this river. So within the landscape of the Saudi Arabian Peninsula, Somalia, and other enclave, they are part of this river called the Pison. And God actually gave that part to one of the old men in the chamber of the secret of all secrets, or the Biblis Arcanorum. This is the other one. Now let's proceed on. Verse 12 says, and the gold of the land, it is good. There is bdellium and then onyx stone. Verse 13 says, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it the compassing the whole land of Ethiopia. You see, the second river is, it also stretched from the Garden of Eden to the land of Ethiopia. These are the 4 main pillars of this world. The 4 main pillars of this world, who actually holds the foundation of this earth. The main pillars of this world. Ghana is not part. Nigeria, Togo, and those people, they are not part. These are the 4 main pillars of this world. Once these particular pillars are destroyed, there will be no earth. And you see, the entire Ethiopia is the second foundation, the second pillar of this world. Now let's move on. Verse 14 says, and the name of the third river is Hedekiel or Hidekiel, that is which goeth toward the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. Now, the Hedekiel river is modern and the northern Mesopotamia, which is currently Iraq. Listen to me, which is currently Iraq. And Abraham, as you people know him, he originates from Mesopotamia, which is currently recognized as Iraq. So Iraq is another pillar. And then the river Euphrates. The Euphrates River also encompasses the modern day Israel, Palestinian, and then Lebanon, Jordan, and then Assyria. When we talk about Israel, this is the real land of the Israel. The real land of Israel. The real land of Israel is modern day Israel, the current Israel that we have. Palestinian, Jordan, Lebanon, and then Syria. This is where the water actually stretched to. So this is the river Euphrates. Now let's see something. Now, after God has divided the earth into these four particular pillars, what happened next? The people who were living in that particular land, they decided to populate and kept on overpopulating. So they became outnumbered, and one day God actually deemed it fit to restructure the system and reshare the nations again. So what he did was that he called all his 72 sons and divided the earth and entrusted them into his care to make sure every territory that any of his sons will be charged to take care of, he should make sure he takes care of them very well, and then report at the zenith of heavens every morning. So after charging his angels to take care of the 72 divisions that he has created, then he isolated or exempted Israel and said to all his sons that, hey, you, look, you must make sure you all report and honor Israel, because Israel, I have made Israel as my allotment or my share in the sharing of the nation. So this is it. Now let's see something from the Bible. Deuteronomy chapter 32, please. Deuteronomy chapter 32, please. If you have your Bibles, let's go. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8 to 9. Verse 8 to 9. Please write the quotation at the comment section for me. Write the quotation at the comment section for me. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8 to 9. I am reading it. You can as well cross-check it. With the issues of this particular quotation, I will read it in Chi and then in English as well. So let's move on. What else? It is what it is. I am opatafour. Okay. Deuteronomy 32, verse 8 to 9, and this is it. It says, and I read, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Verse 9, he says, for the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in desert land and in the waste hallowing wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eyes. as an eagle stirred up her nest, fluttered over her young, spreaded abroad her wings, taketh them, bear them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. You see, this is it. And then let me read the key. Let me read the key. Me patro me kinka key no say. Deuteronomy muma etire aduasam mienu enchichemu enwotwe o say osusuni no chiche asase ma amanaman opaipai adam mamu no ode aman no ahye toto ho say Israel anusie na awurade chefa ne man Jacob ne n'ajapade a wasusu amano ohunu no anuaprada da asase so ene nkyekere so esre so moa remfuo sumu otwa ne huhia ohwe ne so yie okra no se naniwa krotwa wisi se de okode hwanyan buo na otu bo ne maho empempe no otre ne ntaba mu faa no osoa no ne ntakra so awurade nko ara kyerɛ no kwan na anyame foforo biara anka ne ho ɔma no fa asase soronsoron so kɔe na odi asase so nɔban na ɔma no fefɛ ɛwoɔ efiri ɔbotan mu ne engu firi abuhima mu anantwie nufusuo ani sradeɛ ene whatever you see when utokos one wakan enuntino. Now when King James was translating the Bible, he actually made a mistake, and it wasn't just a mere mistake, but it was a deliberate attempt to erase the truth by substituting in that the nations according to the people living in the land. No, the El Elyon, who is the head of all the supremos, the primus inter pares of all the gods, he divided the land among the 70 sons or the 72 sons of he himself. I have told you that the name of great Yahweh is 72. So he has 72 sons. 72. Onyankopon ni din eye 72. Na owo emma nko 72. Enti wo chiche wiase mu no. O chiche wiase mu no. O chiche wiase de ma ne ma 72 no. What you say? Sa na wiase tie. Enti Ghana enka ho. Ghana ye hye oman biase. Ghana mopa metimi abodini. Ye hye oman biase. Enti sa oman no esu tumidie na hwe so. Okay, so you see, as what I was actually saying, I have read the quotation, and it's quite fortunate. The King James Version has eradicated certain truth and substituted in a different statement. Now, the sons of El Elyon, when I open my Bible, you see that it stated emphatically that the sons of God. So the sons of God connote to the 72 names of great Yahweh. So this is how God actually shared the world. Please, greetings to you as well. Now, Ghana is not a country on its own who is recognized in the sight of great Yahweh. But Ghana is a country recognized in the sight of great Yahweh as a country who broke from a different country to reorganize themselves to inhabit a certain region in the land. So there are, let's see something. Now, we have the old Ghana Empire. The old Ghana Empire was founded somewhere in the 4th century. In the 4th, there was old Ghana, whose capital, the Kumbisali, and stuff like that, where there were some people who were living in Ghana, in that old Ghana Empire called Sonike, who used to speak the Sonike language. And lo and behold, there was an empire who captured the old Ghana Empire and then destroyed them and dispersed them. He scattered them. Now, proud to that, the new formation of Ghana actually came about. And the first ever tribe to have ever settled in Ghana are called the Guans. And the Guans were a set of people who were living in the Mosi land. The Guans were a set of people who were living in the Mosi land. So the Guans, they are related to the Mosi people. And the Mosi people, because some part of them didn't like the idea of how their leadership was governed, a set of them decided to break out. And this is where they originated from, the Mosi land, travel all the way and settle Ghana. That time there was no Akan, there was nobody. The Guans were the very first one, or ethnic group, who settled in Ghana first. And they came all the way from the Mosi to the Mosi region to the modern day Burkina Faso. And then they built the Gonja. After building the Gonja people, then they left the Volta region. The reason why we call them the Guans is because the Guans are a type of tribe who doesn't like fight. So anytime you attack them with a fight, instead of them to stand and fight, then they will run away and then resettle in a different land. That is why we call them Guani. They have been running. Guan. They have been running. So after these Guans, there came about a new tribe, and the tribe was Akan. And when we talk about the Akan people, it consists of the Ashantis. It consists of the Ashantis. It consists of the Bono, Equiapem, Achem, Enzima, Seshi, Enfante. No, name it. All these sub-ethnic groups consist of the Akan people, the Achem, Equiapem, Asante, the Fanti people, the Zima people, the Sefi people, the Bunu people, and then these my lovely ones, the Kwau people, the Achim people, they are all Akans. And it will interest you to know that majority of the Akans, they came all the way from the upper Niger and sub-Sahara, sub-Sahel. This is where the Akan people, and some of them came to settle in old Bono mines, where all the Akan tribes, their head is the Techiman. The Techiman paramount chief is their superior, because they came to settle over there. And they all broke out. Majority of them, they broke out from the Techimans under his ordinance. Now, the Akan people, they originated from, some of them were from the Mosi land. Some of them were the Mosi land. They came from that place. So that is how it is. Now, some of these Akan people, their counterpart is what we normally call as the Mansa Musa. The Mansa Musa. After a successful succession of Abu Bakr, who used to rule in the Kingdom of Mali, and then that environ. So the Akan people, this is where they came from. And since they came from that place, they all has a Stantor tribe where they broke from. They have their source where they broke from. So the Akan tribe is not an independent tribe who originated directly from God, but rather they originated from a different tribe, and they came together and built themselves as an Akan people. So get it. Now we have the Ga Adangwe, people, the Nkran people, my people in Nkran. The Nkran people too, they are not original source. Why? Because the Ga Adangwe people, who comprises of the Krobo people and the rest. The Krobo, the Adan, and the who else? The Ningo people. All these people, they came from Yoruba. The Ga people, they came from Yoruba, Nigeria, Yoruba. Their source is Nigeria, the Yoruba people. And then these Ewe people that we have in this country, they also came from the Benin. Some of them came from that source, the Benin kingdom. This is where they came from. And they came to populate Ghana. So they are not original source. No tribe in this country has original source. We all came from, that is what we have, migration. We migrated from point A to point B in Ghana as I speak with you. Now, we have the Mole Dagbani people. The Mole Dagbani people today came from Lake Chad. This is where they came from. And the Mole Dagbani people, they also comprises of the Kusase, Wala, the Gabo, Busila, the Gwene, the Frafra, the Tani, the Kotosi, the Hanga, the Nabit, a lot. All these people are the Mole Dagbani people. And you see, so whatever tribe you belong to, the Mole Dagbani people, majority of them, they originated from the Lake Chad. This is where they came from. So there is no single tribe in Ghana who can stand out and say that Ghana belongs to us. We have been here in existence. It is total lies. It is total lies. We all came from somewhere to settle Ghana. And that is why in the 15th, 16th century, there was power struggle in Ghana where tribes were fighting for possessions. So the Gonja people will be fighting the Mamprusi, the Asante people, the Achim people, as how strengthful you are and being able to fight and occupy space. That is how relevant and big you become. So some part of these Ewe people who broke out from the Noche land and stuff like that, all these people, they came from somewhere and they have their original source. And the original source also has its original source. And all the sources came from only 12 sources. And the 12 sources are the children of Israel. So God broke it into this mathematical form from the 4th to the 12th to the 72. So as I speak with you currently, there are 72 nations that are recognized in the presence of God. Ghana is a subset from a different country. We all are from a subdivisions, and we migrated to this place to populate here. There is no old ethnic group here who resided in this particular land. So believe it. So that is the whole issue. So if we are to celebrate festival Then we must celebrate our original source, where it was bestowed onto our predecessors who were sages, adepts, and prophets. So this is the whole issue. So big ups to you all. Big ups to you all. Big you don't know God and you are serving him. You want to follow God, but you don't know him. Okay, so that's the whole issue. So please, if you have any question before I sign out, please grab your keypads and leave it at the comment section for me right now. If you have any question, grab your keypads and then leave it at the comment section for me right now, please. I have dedicated 10 minutes to receive questions. So if you have any question, grab your keypads and leave it at the comment section for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You go. Prophet opatafour, eradisha udabia. Maya bofira na fedia menyini. Mi wuro di phobia. Otese opatafour. Akadesi ofira neba. Oshane china. Opatafour. Oje na wudi asam. Na asam so ni erade. Esa no nyame aya no. Why they say on my dendere. Osi ujatano. Okay, thank you very much. I think for the time being, we have some 3 questions posted in the comment section. One is from Japheth. He says, please, which countries are the 72? Can you at least review 5 of them? Oh, I have made mention of more than 5. Or you people didn't pay attention when I was teaching. You were enjoying it, right? Please, re-listen to the audio again and then understand what I actually said. Okay, thank you very much. Now, Blessing says, Papa, please, is there any prophetic direction for us to enter into the year 2026 to help us excel and be protected in our dealings? Okay, now you go and get yourself honey. Kope wo, munyina mon kope wo, wa ohwe ni bia kope wo. Kokope wo wati. Wa ohwe ni bia kope wo. Na 31st night ye beye ewo akwankyere. Na wo wafodie bia mo a mo pese mo send me sika Christmas no pacho. Mindi Christmas and to keep your money. Name you wrap New Year more after 31st and number was send you sika. Why? Thank you very much. Who else again? So as I have said earlier, go and look for a war. Why? Yeah, the beya kwanchere. Me na mema wa kwanchere. Me pa mema untimi nya me hwe. Yes, I'm opatafour. Okay. Kwadrapia Asante says, Papa, you have me linked to your song. Okay, thank you very much. You're enjoying it, right? So, Papa, these 72 countries, have they been colonized by their fellow country before? Yes, they have been colonized by some of them, not all of them, because Ethiopia is part of it, and Ethiopia has not been colonized before. So, some of them, let me be specific. Okay, Nyamike says, Papa, please, I was wondering why God informed Hagar that her son Ishmael will hurt his brothers, and his brothers will hate him. Oh, of course. Because he knew exactly what was ahead, what the future actually holds. So that's the whole truth. Thank you very much, Bishop Belinda Brown. How are you doing? I believe you're doing well. My enemy says, well, Josephine Boachi says, more blessing to you, Papa. Thank you very much, my enemy. So the account couldn't come so cemetery. Okay, so Panda, Papa, are we permitted to use a hiye, Asra, a hiye? Unless you are clean. If you are not clean, don't use it. If you use it, you can hurt yourself. Okay, thank you very much. Please, if you have any question, leave it at the comment section for me. So go and get yourself Annie, right? Compare a war. Go and get yourself Annie on the 31st night. I'll give you people direction. If you want to get money, if you want to be protected, go and get Annie. Okay, that is me in opatafour. If I decide to do it, I'll do it, and I do it to an extent where it will be so beautiful. Thank you very much. I am the opatafour as usual. The name is very important to me, opatafour. Let me mention it again, opatafour. Okay, who else? Yeah, Margaret also said, I'm still opatafour. But 2030, in case you are not aware, I'll be getting married, right? 2030, I'll be getting married. So get yourself prepared. 2030, I'll be getting married. Okay. Kodapia says, okay, thank you very much, sir. Please, if you have any question, leave it at the comment section for me right now. If you have any question, leave it at the comment section for me. And in case, if you are new on this very channel, don't forget to subscribe, and at the same time, do well to share this very interesting intellectual discourse that is based on the Bible with a lot of people as much as you can for me. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, nipa bread. Nana J says, Papa, what I have learned from you all these years, I don't think any mortal man can know how God's kingdom has been formed. Yes, nobody is permitted to know unless they favor you. That is how it is. That is why some of you people, you have tried at all costs to witness some experiences in the kingdom, but yet you have tried all what you can, but it's all proved futile. That is how it is. The kingdom has been designed in such a way that it favors whom it will favor. They don't care whether you think you are an apostle, you are a bishop, you are a prophet. I am the archbishop and stuff. No. They don't care. They favors whom they deem it fit. That is why it is. So that is why most of you people, you pray and then you not get answers to it. The kingdom of God, if you want to experience it, you can never experience it with arrogance, pride, professing to know God, because you think you are trying to intellectualize God. Because when you were young and you went to your Sabbath school, your Sunday school, what you were taught over there, that's how you want to intellectualize God with. Please, it doesn't work like that. The concept of God and how he lives in the intricate web of his celestial world, that's not how it is. So get that, okay? Oh my goodness. Please, if you have any question, we have just 3 minutes. 3 minutes. If you have any question, I'll be very grateful and much more pleased to receive your question and bombard you with answer. So please, if you have any question, leave it at the comment section for you. For me, with all due respect. Okay. Now when come home. Radima masundwie. Radinyi mu mfre ni nguasie mu. Radima de mu be bia enye yie. Radima owuo mpare mu ate. Erade enti nanim nkyere mu. Na de ne ho kyere ni bia wo hwe ni bia no. Erade entu no botom. Namisha. Okay, let's move on. Who else? Roger Joseph says, Papa, who is that woman? Then she's like you. Which woman are you talking about? The one that I intend to marry or what? Is that woman you are talking about? Nana J. Senior says, Papa, please don't forget my earlier request. Chama untumi mate Nana J. Okay, so please, with all due respect, I welcome you all once again. Thank you very much for watching this very live stream, especially most of you people who live in abroad. Canada, Germany, Italy, Spain, America, United Kingdom, London, Switzerland, New Zealand, China, United Arab Emirates, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Nigeria, Ghana, and its environs. Please, thank you very much for watching this live stream. And then my people who are living in France as well, thank you very much. Okay. Kwadra Piasani says, yes, Papa, the woman you want to marry is Lucky Pao. This was no too. This was no. Or how about Crowdy or this woe? Ready, Jacopo, for OPATAFUOR. Okay, Dr. Udro says 2030 marriage bells ringing. Yes, so go. Oh, bana unya biana jade na sheba gi ma brem wa se first na ye titi ekras no ye ma me ne ye papa kokuru mu ane aka chon se ma o ba ya to ma mi odin di brem enti ko so bana unya bi wo kwa ho na wato bi di abrem si ade se se ko se what ya se ko de me no na ko na kra you enti you know what it is. Okay, thank you very much. Sound sleep to you all. I believe we shall meet again tomorrow exactly 8:00 p.m. same time on this very same channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this link. Peace.